Angel and Jared ask, we're getting married next year. We're deciding on how to merge our finances. We both come from households that manage finances very differently. What have you seen work the best for couples you work with in terms of combining everything versus keep some of or all separate? I'm going to start on the end of the table there with Roger.
I think this is pretty simple. The families that I see financially work the best together have combined everything. Mm-hmm. Does a couple of things. It removes animosity of who makes more and who gets what. But some of the things that you're going to have to do is you are going to have to put together a budget. And that's where you can really tailor in how you want to spend money, what's important to you about your money. And I think you can take some stuff away from Dave Ramsey in how he does this. And the envelope system, is probably, it's not old now, but nobody carries cash. We're moving to a cashless society. Yeah. But the idea of saying, hey, we are going to spend $400 a month on groceries, and each person's going to get $1,000 spent on whatever they want. However those numbers work out, you have to do that. You have to come up with a budget together. But in conjunction with that, one person's going to need to be the bill payer. Mm-hmm. I can tell you from my experience, my most successful families, one person manages the checkbook. It doesn't mean that they don't both have equal say, right. But when the bills come in, one person pays it. In fact, Elias, have you ever met a family that we work with where both people pay bills? I don't think we have.
I don't think so.
We have a lot of family dynamics where one person manages the checkbook, the other person's kind of in charge of the investments. Yeah. But I think most successful people are going to combine their finances. You're going to have a budget, and one person's going to have to take the bull by the horns and make sure that the bills are paid on time every month.
I know we don't have, I cannot think of an example of a situation where, we just manage our own money with no thought of what we're doing together.
I have one customer who does that. They each have a job. They each keep their own money. They put it in a pot. But, at some point, in my opinion, it just doesn't work that well. If you're married, you got to combine everything. Like, you're a family unit.
So when they retire, they're each just going to get what they get?
I guess. I mean, I just don't know how that works in a family unit if you're separate with everything. Yeah. Like, you married the person to be married. You should share everything equally. And I mean, part of it is, so my wife's the CEO of the house. Does that mean she doesn't get anything because she does all the work at home?
Yes, that's what that means. You get nothing.
I mean, that's not how it works. Like, we make decisions together and what's mine is hers and hers is mine. And I just don't understand how, do you share, wait a minute. Does Jody get her own budget?
We share everything.
No, okay. Jonas doesn't get anything.
I was going to say, try that one at retirement, Roger. See how that works for you.
I'm pretty sure here's how that would work. I'll take my half, thank you.
Jonas, the neat thing about this is that this conversation can be really positive for these two. I mean, it's one of those, it's kind of goofy things. It's almost like one of those fun sit down and let's, get the war room like you talk. Let's get the financial war room going and let's map out our budget and let's figure out exactly how we do this. It can be kind of fun.
I'm glad you said that, Doug, because one of the things that you don't want to do is ever fight over money, and you're going to naturally have some money fights. And congratulations on the wedding coming up. This kind of reminds me when I was writing my first book. I was taking out the recycling, and my old neighbor Shane said, "Hey, you're writing your book. Make sure to tell all your readers that women like to spend their money on their hair and guys like to spend their money on golf, hunting, and fishing. That way they don't fight about money later on in life." And it just kind of dawned on me because my book was full of stats and all this boring junk. Yeah. It kind of dawned on me what a great idea that was. So to avoid any future money fights, just realize that your wife has some, Roger calls it wants. She has some wants that are different than yours. Yeah. And she's going to spend money on her wants. You're going to spend money on your wants, and be okay with that going forward. And I think you're going to have less money fights that way.
That's such a good take, because the things that you and I value are so much different than what my wife values. And I see the things she values. I don't see them that way, but it could be perceived that way. That I'm like, I would never spend money on that.
Yeah.
But my wife would look at me and be like, you bought that? Like, why would you want to do that?
And then the second thing, with the heightened sense of the internet and the computer, the shopping almost euphoria that has been created with these personal digital devices that everybody has.
Dude.
Before you click, as a young couple, go closet, go to your garage or go to your closet and go shopping there for 15 or 20 minutes before you click.
Good point.
I got some bison steaks today.
Yeah.
They're on sale.
Well, it's funny because I know
That's such a good one,
UPS
Jonas.
and FedEx and the postman all on a first name basis because they stop by multiple times per day. Had to unplug the doorbell camera thing because it just kept on setting off. I'm sitting there, my phone just ran out of battery. It's buzzing so much.
It's you or Laura.
Before you
Not
click.
me.
Or both.
Yeah,
You don't know
it's Laura.
See, I'm just as guilty. I don't think I am.
Yeah.
All the stuff my wife gets is like for the kids. I'm the impulse guy. Like, hey, we need that.
Yeah.
Bison steaks.
Hey,
needed those.
I looked at K-Cows on them. They're a lot less than beef. We're in the.
They are,
They're in the
and
money.
it's
We're in the
healthier,
nuts.
good, better for you too.
That's exactly why
Yeah.
we did it.
Better for
Before you click, go shop in your closet.
Well, I think in a nutshell, Sam Walton created a heightened sense of consumerism by planting a semi full of pantyhose in the middle of the store and having them 80% off for ladies originally. Jeff Bezos created a delusional sense of consumerism. If people can, again, go to their closet, go to the garage, and maybe call a relative that has an appliance that you could use starting out as a young couple, it's really going to make a difference.
I think you have to be careful shopping online too. I know we're getting off topic, but when I first started shopping online, it was because it was less expensive. Like, I went to Amazon because it was less expensive.
Yeah.
You have to be careful now. Most times on Amazon, it's more expensive. My daughter we needed some, what's the Epsom salt? So I'm like, Amazon. Had it in my cart, about ready to check out. I'm like, $21?
Yeah.
So I did a quick Google. It's like $3.29 at Walgreens. I'm like, I think we're just going to go to Walgreens. And I don't check the price, but I'm like, man, I would have.
Yeah.
I mean, I was about ready to order it, and they know they can get away with it because it's a convenience factor.
Right.
Just like Grubhub and all the DoorDash, we'll charge you 30% more. Nobody cares.
You know what? It's interesting. If you go to premieriwm.com, you can download a free guide that they have for you, 10 money conversations that couples should have. I mean, the whole point is what every one of these guys, Elias, Jonas, Roger, they want you to start building your team early and have this conversation and put together those finances. Now, everybody's going to look a little bit different because it's not cookie cutter what they do at Premier Investments and Wealth Management. It is more like DNA. It's fingerprint. This is something that's yours and yours alone. Download that free guide, 10 Money Conversations Couples Should Have at premieriwm.com. You can click around, get some other downloadable stuff. Find out the Beyond the Wealth podcast series that Elias and Roger have as well. Make your appointment there, premieriwm.com, or call 800-383-6590. That's 800-383-6590. Premier Investments and Wealth Management, named to Forbes 2025 Best in State Wealth Management Teams. For Elias, the next question from
Securities and advisory services offered through LPL Financial, a registered investment advisor, member FINRA SIPC. The opinions voiced in this show are for general information purposes only and are not intended to provide specific advice or recommendations for any individual. To determine which investments may be appropriate for you, consult with your attorney, accountant, and financial or tax advisor prior to investing. Premier Investments in Wealth Management and LPL Financial do not provide specific individualized tax or legal advice. We suggest that you discuss your specific situation with a qualified tax or legal advisor. Rebalancing a portfolio may cause investors to incur tax liabilities and/or transaction costs, and does not assure a profit or protect against loss. Economic forecasts set forth may not develop as predicted, and there can be no guarantee that strategies promoted will be successful. All performance referenced is historical and is not a guarantee of future results. All indices are unmanaged and cannot be invested into directly. There is no assurance that the techniques and strategies discussed are suitable for all investors or will yield positive outcomes. The purchase of certain securities may be required to affect some of the strategies. Investing involves risks, including possible loss of principal. There is no guarantee that a diversified portfolio will enhance overall returns or outperform a non-diversified portfolio. Diversification does not protect against market risk. Forbes' Best in State Wealth Management Teams ranking was developed by Shook Research and is based on in-person, virtual, and telephone due diligence meetings, and a ranking algorithm that includes a measure of each team's best practices, client retention, industry experience, review of compliance records, firm nominations, and quantitative criteria, including assets under management and revenue generated for their firm. Investment performance is not a criterion because client objectives and risk tolerances vary, and advisors rarely have audited performance reports. Shook's research and rankings provide opinions intended to help investors choose the right financial advisor and team, and are not indicative of future performance or representative of any one client's experience. Past performance is not an indication of future results. Neither Forbes nor Shook Research receive compensation in exchange for placement on the ranking. For more information, please see www.shookresearch.com. Shook is a registered trademark of Shook Research, LLC.